Good evening, everyone. This is DJ Lee with Music and Books. This is season 1, episode 5. And tonight, I will not be the host. It will be my companion, Kingatron. Kingatron will be your host for tonight. So, lean back and don't forget to like and subscribe and keep on hitting those videos up because thank y'all so much. But yeah, Music and Books, season 1, episode 5. Here's my host, Kingatron.
Hello, Music and Books. I am your host for tonight's episode. Thank you to DJ Lee, by the way. And we're going to get into some topics, but right now, we're going to play a few special songs and we're going to get right back to you. And with further ado, bye. Yes. As y'all heard, forgive and forget the evil. We're hosting Music and Books by DJ Lee, his broadcast. And we're sitting right in front of DJ Lee right now and going to get into a few topics and things. But I wouldn't be a host if I wouldn't say we do have a special guest that will be appearing onto the show later on, and that is Little Wins. And whatever and King CJ, whatever they want to discuss about is a big announcement for them to discuss later on through the episode. But right now, we're talking live right now with DJ Lee, your one and only owner of the podcast. Right now, let's go, DJ Lee. How are you, DJ Lee?
I'm great. Hello, Music and Books.
So, we're sitting here with DJ Lee, getting into the poem you discussed about your last episode, and getting more into detail of what that poem means and what it means, what's the meaning of it. We get more into detail with it. And the poem says, you say, I say love. And we're just here to ask him, what does that poem means? And an example, like, can you explain more of that you discussed in the last episode?
The poem is a tongue twister, and the reason I say it's a tongue twister because if you heard the title, you say, I say love. It's a tongue twister. Not many people can say that correctly. I was actually 11 years old when I wrote that. I was a
Wow.
sad little boy at 11 years old. Y'all heard that song before. Sad
Crazy.
little boy. But yeah, I went through some tragic moments when I was in my age ranges. And 11 is when I started to express my feelings.
Right.
And I had this poem book, and I'm mad to this day that I lost it. I literally, not exaggerating, I had over 200 poems in that book. I would write a poem every single day.
That's amazing,
And
actually.
that was one of my
That's crazy sick.
that was one of my poems that I wrote. And how it came about was I'm getting deep into my secrets, y'all. So make sure y'all keep this to yourself. This girl had liked me, and I told her I didn't like her like that. And she was like, "Why? Why?" She was, "What? What you gay?" I said, "No." I said, "Well, yeah, I am." She was like, "Oh, so you like boys?" I said, "No." I said, "Girl, I'm happy." She was like, "That is not what that means." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "The dictionary, gay means you're happy." I said, "So yes, I'm happy." She was like, "No, that's not what I meant. I meant like you like boys." I said, "Well," I said, "Yeah, I like boys. Boys is my friends, just like girls is my friends." And at the time, when you young, you don't really understand stuff. Nobody really teaches you stuff like how they teach you stuff.
Exactly. I can
So
agree with that.
I'm going around saying I got a boyfriend and I got girlfriends. People thought that that was that, but at the time I didn't understand what that meant. They say, your boys say that's your homeboys. So I came home and I wrote the song. I said, you know what? I said, I'm tired of this. So I wrote a poem, and the poem was "You say, I say love," because the girl said she don't care whatever that means. She still love me, and I said, you don't even know what love is. You too young to know what love is. And she's like, no, I'm not. I said I love you. So I said, okay, whatever. And I came home and I wrote that poem. And basically, what that poem is saying, don't say that you love somebody because you're saying it. Say it because you really want to say it, not because someone else says it. Don't say it because I said. Say it because you want to say it. Love is a powerful word. It means something significant to you. Even if you don't mean it, you should never say it because it's. I told somebody this once, especially when you're dating. Don't ever say that you love them person right away. Because when you say I love you, you might as well say you married them. Because that's the first thing they gonna throw in your face. You said you love me. Yeah, but I ain't mean none of that. Then what the fact that you mean you love me? You said you love me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Kendra?
exactly what you're saying. I could actually agree on that. You can when you go on a few dates or anything, you don't just say, "Oh, I necessarily like, oh my god, the first date," and you be like, "I love you." It was like love at first sight. When you don't mean the word, and the word is so strong in so many different ways and shape and forms, it is strong. When loving somebody is really strong, it's really deep. That's why love, hate, and all these other things and illusions that people use and doesn't mean, it is strong in a way with you just don't understand. And that's why when you say you love somebody, mean that. Mean that you love somebody. Don't say it as if you're playing or you just saying it in that time and moment because at that time and moment you felt like you loved that person. Say that with a passion and grow that connection to feel like I gen I gener I generally love you. Like I literally, like I'm trying to say the word, but like
Yeah, it gives you, you say, I say love vibes.
yeah,
Meaning like you only said it because I said it.
yeah,
You only said it because you want me to believe that you mean it, but deep down inside you really don't mean it. You don't know what it
absolutely
is to say that you love someone. Love is a powerful word, as I said. It has a strong meaning.
behind it.
In the dictionary's version, Webster's dictionary version, you don't believe me, you can go look it up.
Like, for example, I want to give. Um. Okay, so you want to go?
Let me finish.
Okay, my bad, y'all. I cut him off. Okay.
Webster's dictionary's meaning of love is it is, and I said this in my last episode, it is an emotional feeling that you have for something or someone. That's the meaning of love. And something is anything. You know, in school you were taught about the verbs and adjectives and all of that. Something. Something can mean any object. But the emotional feeling you have for someone, that means a person. So if your emotional feeling is not there, then I say love is not there either because you're only saying it
Absolutely.
because you're saying it. You don't mean it. You saying it because someone else says it. Little short tale story, then I'm gonna let you say what you was gonna say. It took me a whole 10 years to say those words, I love you, to anybody in my life. When I was 7 years old, I lost a very close friend to me. She got shot in front of my face, and we both fell down. And she died in my arms, looking at me. And the last words to me was, I'm going to tell you my real name, but you already knew that. And so she go Jeremiah. She looked at me and she said, I love you, Jeremiah. I do. And was still staring at me. But she was dead. She took her last breath saying that to me. And that's why for 10 years I told no one that I loved them, not even my own mother. My answer would be you too. For 10 years, you too. So today, if I, DJ Lee, aka Jemiah, BKA JJ Breezy, says those words, I love you, you better bet your ass that it's real. Because there was a point where I didn't say it to nobody.
And that's absolutely, deep. And I can definitely agree on that. But more on to adding on. When you say that love and you can say, oh, and at that moment, in that heated moment, at that heated time, and you say, oh, I hate you. In that heated moment, at the heated time, you say, I hate you, and I no longer mess with you. I'm not trying to cuss. I don't even, I'm not sure if you can cuss on here. You know, his podcast, not mine.
Feel free.
But, when in that heated moment, you be like, oh, I hate you, and I don't fuck with you, and da 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 da. It becomes like, okay, you feel that, and you stand on that
Mm-hmm.
because of the meaning of hate. And I know a lot of y'all know that. I know a lot of y'all is educated, so y'all would know that. The meaning behind it, when you hate somebody, you don't take it back, okay? You don't take it back. It's very deep. It's very deep when you hate somebody. The hate word should never ever be spreaded around on anything because that's a deep term of saying you dislike that person and his whole entire identity, her or she identity, and you just don't like that person and you hate their guts, everything about them, you hate it. So it's a deep word, and it comes with a lot of deep terms of what you say and how you say it. And that's why some people need to watch how they say things because it can come off very deep. Moving on to that subject, moving off that subject, we're going to get into, is there any new album or anything. And if it is, I noticed if y'all haven't been keeping up with the podcast, we heard that you are in development of working on your album for DJ Lee. Tell us, like, what's the steps? Did you figure out the name? Like, anything of that yet, sort of thing.
Hmm. I'm glad y'all asking. Y'all want to know. Because, yes, I am coming out with an album. It's been a minute since DJ Lee had an album. Last album DJ Lee had, it was in 2023. It was entitled Lei versus Maya. Took a little break for a little bit. Um, excuse me. A lot was going on and a lot was happening during that time in that era. And I was also introducing JJ Breezy. JJ Breezy is another social eagle. We talked about him a few times on a few episodes. But listening to some of JJ Breezy's music made me think about, if it wasn't from DJ Lee, technically JJ Breezy wouldn't exist. But JJ Breezy always exists because he was the mainstream person inside of DJ Lee's head. When we talked about the conversations that was in my head and they needed to be released, that was JJ Breezy wanting to come out. But DJ Lee wouldn't allow him to come out because JJ Breezy talks about what he wants to talk about and how he want to say it and don't give a two flying fucks how he say it. He just want to say it. DJ Lee, that's like what he want to say, but he don't say it to keep it in and then it's just hush. But y'all, I gotta tell you, now that the conversations are out of head and like they've been released, this man is crazy. How about DJ Lee? The album is called Coming Home, and I didn't want to title it at first because I want to get all my songs together. But the reason I titled it Coming Home because this is like, sorry, this is like a almost like an album that I did 10, 15 years ago when I was first introduced into the music industry. It's gonna be an album like that. It's gonna give you some love. It's gonna give you some of that ooh breakup type. It's gonna give you that oh damn. It's gonna give you that club type. It's even gonna give you that little bit of the dance vibe. So that's why I called it Coming Home because I feel like this is DJ Lee's Come Home comeback album. You know, he haven't had anything since 2023, as I said. This is now 2024, and it's been a while.
Actually, I will look it up on 2023 when DJ Lee released and went on his hiatus because to get it exact of the date of it was what was in 2023. DJ Lee last studio album was September 25th, 2023.
Yeah. So he left for a minute. So now he's coming back, coming home hard and strong. These are songs that you don't normally hear DJ Lee talk about, sing about. It's even the style is like when you hear this, you're gonna be like, yeah, I fucks with this. You're gonna be able to mess with the entire album from the beginning to the end. It's something that you can always listen to on your playlist. But when it comes out, remember, it's called DJ Lee Coming Home. And it's going to be dropping in February. I don't know the date yet, but it's going to be in February. So far, 18 songs, maybe 20.
Damn.
Just 18 songs so far.
So that's absolutely amazing. Can we like?
And I've never gotten to past 18 songs. Like,
Yeah.
so this is a plus for me. Y'all know I never got
So
that far.
y'all know I've been teasing it on my social media. The Tola's album is almost done. We got we we got
Clap hands.
we got 7 more tracks left out of the album.
Yes.
The album track list is 18 tracks in total. And we just finished recording our first feature onto the album, which is an amazing song. And it's plenty more features. Like I will tell y'all like because like it's not that many features on the Tolas album. Didn't need it. The whole album is perfect. But it's three more to go with the features, and then the rest is of course me and DJ Lee solely, like together solely. Y'all know what I mean. But the album is almost done. I has been teasing it on the stories and all that other stuff because I'm just excited. The album's almost done. I we teased a little bit of the song on my little Christmas video with my family, with our family together now because we're married. So um I teased a little bit of that, of the song. That's not going to be a single. It's actually the opening of the album. And it's a pretty dope song. It's still like a dope song. And I'm just glad we're almost done the album, and the album will be coming out in May. So, so yeah, the album will come out in May, and yeah, I'm just excited about it. Anyways, um, we're about to play some more music, and then we're going to get into the two guesses, which is King CJ and Little Wins. Bye.
And the 18 tracks represents when we first started dating. That's all I want to say. Y'all don't need to know all of that. But it represents when
Can
we
I
first
say
started
one more
dating.
thing? One more
That's
thing.
what the 18 tracks represents.
Yeah.
It's from us growing from 6 years ago till now. If you listen to his and hers from the beginning, every single album, every single song, and then listen to the Tollers album, you will understand why we call it the Tollers album. Like, it is a big difference. That's all I'm going to say. You just got to check it out for
Yeah,
yourself.
and then on top of that, I do want to get into one track that is going to be onto the album, and that is the Is It Real track. Let me tell y'all, know the track is old. I know the track is in 2022, but the track has never ever been released on none of the His and Hers album. It will make sense for it to be on the Totals album because it's explaining a lot of things and it fits into that album. And of course, this got a lot to do with the streams and all that other stuff. So it's a lot when it comes down to that. And but it's still a dope and amazing album. I just want to let y'all know that Is It Real remix is on the Totals album.
The original.
Yeah.
Check out some music for now. What is love? Without a meaning. Do you really know what those words really mean? What it feels like?
Yep. Don't you really know what those words mean? So live right now, we got Little Wins, and we're going to discuss with her right now about her single that is out called Stay in Your Lane, and also what does she got coming next in the works. So, Little Wins, what do you have in store next after dropping Stay in Your Lane? So, yeah, what do you have next?
Um, it's just featuring on our album. That's all I'm working on.
Okay, so how did you feel about the song that you did earlier on today?
It was alright.
All right. So, is it anything else you could get inside schools with, like the and untitled with music or anything else, or is nothing really going
Nothing's really going on.
on? Okay, so there you have it. Little Wins is working on a new single which is coming out with the Tolas album. And that is what she's working on. That's the new single right now and it's will be coming in May, like I said. And now we're going to move on with our other guest, which is King CJ. And we're going to discuss more about him and what is his whereabouts and what's up with him and everything that's going on in the books and music. So, King CJ, so what is going on with you musically and what is happening with your first debut album? And can you give us more inside scoops, updates of anything with involving music?
Um, my album is coming. I know I've been pushing the date because I really want this project, this first debut album, to be like a hit. Like I want everybody to enjoy this craft.
Absolutely.
So like that's why I'm gonna take my time with this and perfect what I need to. So when I release it, y'all gonna love it. Um, Now some of my music expresses me, and I feel like this album is gonna express a lot. What went on between like my sisters, my family, my journey, who I have met, the life lessons and stuff like that. So like you'll get a piece of everything and every piece, every emotion and everything in my music. Um I'm a more like a rapper type of person, so like you gonna hear me spit a lot. And when you see me a person and meet my vibe, you would think that I don't rap, but you gotta actually hear me to understand that I can actually rap.
Absolutely.
So, some sources are saying that you're going to be one of the features on DJ Leigh's upcoming album in February. So, how is that working between you two?
Um, that's coming soon. I'm not gonna speak on too much on that because that's for DJ Lee to speak on because that's his album. But yes, I am gonna be a feature on it, and whenever he's ready,
Oh,
it would
oh.
just come.
Seem like this album is really going to be dope. Can't
Hey,
can't wait.
So as we got into that in that team, let's get into the real gossip of the day. Is it any new singles, leads, or anything that involves with your album? Do we get any snippets, singles, or anything, etc.?
all right. So I do have a lead. I do have a single, probably like three singles I do want to put out. Now, the my first single is definitely going to be a diss song, but it's going to be a diss song towards my family. It's not really, you can say a diss song because I am gonna be
Speaking.
throwing some shots, but it's basically expressing what they put me through and how I feel. I'm tired of keeping it inside. I can't, it's my story to tell.
Right? Absolutely. Understandable. So this is pretty dope. I am happy that you gave that decent update. Let's get into like, do you got anything besides music that is coming that you really is eager to announce or anything?
Um, I'm trying to put a podcast together, so that might be in the works somewhere in the future. So stay tuned to that. Um, Other than that, um, besides that, I do marching band on the side. So am I missing anything else?
You're not, absolutely. You actually did do amazing explaining um what you had going on and the updates of your debut, and I'm glad to be having you on Music and Books by DJ Lee. And wow, that's it.
Thank you for having me.